Supercoach 360. Supercoach 360 podcast.
I want to go through the trials list, boys. This is, the meat and potatoes of the show tonight is Bergs. You put out the question on our social media to everyone on Facebook, and thank you to everyone that did get on board and offer up a bunch of suggestions about trials form, about who people are looking and liking and who's passing the eye test and the test throughout trials. And what I've done is I've gone down and I have found... I've put together a big old list. So I'm just curious for your yay or your nay as to whether you go on these people. If you've already got them in your side, why? So starting with Dragons 5/8, Talatau Amon.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
He's there at the moment, unhappily.
It looked promising for me after the weekend. As far as I'm concerned, I'm very, very keen on him. He looked nice. Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, we all want Munster, but if I'm looking at a cheapy option, he's looking real juicy to me at the moment. Moses Sully, also from the Dragons, and putting quite a performance over the weekend. Looks solid in the centres there.
I liked what I've seen from Moses. Haven't got him yet, but might try to find a way.
Yeah?
Might.
Okay, Mitch Moses. I know you were hot on him last week.
He had a really good game on the weekend. I think he did really well, and if he can keep that form up, even his partner in crime, Deal Bags, look good. Good signs for Parramatta.
Yeah, they blew Penrith off the park. And Bags, you know what, I think it comes down to him taking a bit of that ball off Guffo sometimes too.
Absolutely.
He's only young. It's going to come down to when he's matured and he's ready to take control of that. So when he does, he's going to be Supercoach heavily relevant.
Yeah, it's definitely positive signs on the weekend. Looked a lot closer to his debut form than the form we've seen out of him last year.
Yeah.
All right, Reid Marnie, while we're talking the Eels. Looked nice on the weekend. I'm definitely looking at him now. But Harry Grant coming back early now, round 2. I'm also thinking about maybe just, throwing away those points in round 1 and trying to get Harry in my team. At the moment, neither is Tom Starling, still my hooker. I haven't done another draft since.
I agree, Jazzy. I think Grant's a better option. But back on Moses, if you're going to go on Eels, I actually like Dylan Brown over at the Eels. He impressed me more than Moses during that trial.
So he finished on Deal Bags. So yeah, he's right.
Yeah. Who was the last one, sorry?
Marnie. He's the next on the list.
Yeah, I think you're pretty safe. You'll get what you get out of Reid.
You're not looking at him as a hooker option, or he's still in your top 3 hookers, or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? You still hate Damien Cook?
I don't hate Damien Cook.
Of course he does.
He does. He does. Should have heard what he was saying about you off air, Damien. Just comes in here storming, being like, I used to run on the beach. Where? Anyway.
Who runs on the beach?
Connor, watch out, it said, yeah.
I got Grant a fair bit above, and then Smith and Marnie probably on that next year.
Yeah?
I'm a fan of Reid. He's supposedly come out and said he's going to stick it to Para for not offering him more money, that's exciting to me. It means he's probably going to offer a bit more in attack, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
put on a bit of masterclass of what he can do. Plays a little heart out.
Not just that. Look, he wants to win just as much as anyone else out there. No one wants to lose.
No, of course not.
Look, I'm a fan. He's in my side at the moment with Harry Grant, sold Tommy.
Yeah.
From last week's draft, but yeah, at the moment I have them both.
All right, Jack Bird.
600k. I've just looked Marnie up. You don't think he's priced at his peak? He coming off a 67 average. He had an average more than 50 odd before that
season.
Back
injured. I think he was playing needled up and shit by the end of the year.
Parramatta had given up, and he was still in contract talks at that time. He was signing with the Bulldogs, and it wasn't announced. You saw when it was contract negotiation week, because he turned it back on for a few weeks there.
I just think he is a safe option. If you can't afford Harry Grant,
He's not that much more Harry Grant, though.
No, 60 or 70k.
Yeah, so if you can find that money, you're probably better off finding that money. All right, yeah, moving on. We got Jack Bird. Dragons. I mean, I must admit, sitting there out on, what is it, left edge there for the Dragons, he was looking all right.
He's not for me, Jack.
Trap for me a little bit just because of job security.
Yeah, who gets it?
Well, Tariq Sims and Sue are going to be your second rollers that he's fighting with.
So then what's he going to do? Because he's a worker. I mean, is he going to be a bench forward, come play through the middle?
He could be a decent 14.
Well, they've got Mbai at 14. I think he'll start some games, but, you know, we've got a lot of injury suspension prone players, so he'll definitely get his fair shot.
Yeah, see, that you're right. That sounds trappy and risky to me. That turns me off him a little bit. But, I mean, what I've seen from him, I must admit, I do like. Tomoko from the Raiders. Sorry, I didn't look up his first name.
What is it?
Matt Tomoko. There you go. Thanks, boys.
Not for me.
No?
Nah.
Didn't like his form?
Not that. I just think there's better options.
All right. Back to Para. Sean Lane.
Yeah, I liked what I've seen out of Sean Lane. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about bringing him in.
See, I don't know. He's jagged me a couple of times before, but I do believe it's a contract year for Sean Lane, which if anything's going to make a forward plays hard out, it's going to be a contract year for sure.
Yeah, but you got that dude you were talking about earlier as well, nipping at his heels.
Yeah, you probably have a few people.
If Sean Lane's not the where they're looking at for the future, then you can maybe see him regress in minutes, and Youngblood getting his...
Oh, mate's a prop.
Oh, is he? Oh.
But yeah, if Sean Lane can just jag a few attacking stats early on in the season and just jump up 150 to 100k early, score some really good points.
They do have the good draw, don't they?
Out. Yeah, it'd be
like, especially at the start of the season,
nice.
They got a pretty nice draw where those sorts of attacking stats you're hoping would be able to flow. So, all right, maybe a sneaky for the start of the season, sneaky smoky. Max King, I believe, moved from the Storm to the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, my drama with Max King is he's going to be another Ogden.
Yeah?
Comes on, does 15, 20 minutes, nothing.
Are you better off starting enough?
Nah.
Well, there's also Tepo Moreau and Andrew Fafita in the front row who are also similar price to Max King.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll just wait for TLT.
You're going to need...
I mean, Max King, I believe, was mentioned by I think maybe Ross last week. Ross this week in his article. No, it might not have been. Anyway, I've heard Max King's name being thrown around a bit.
it was.
About him, I think.
Pardon, what? Who did?
Ross and I.
Yeah. And oh yeah, look, I don't know. Don't even know where I was going with that.
If you need
I've heard his name being thrown around a bit.
Well, he's pretty much the only one possible to line up for round one under 200k.
Yeah.
Which is very appealing within itself. And even if he can get 25, 30 minutes, he's going to be a slow burn, but he could chip away and slowly make you 100, 150k.
There you go, right? Like if he's that cheap, even if he only gets 30 minutes, he's still going to make me money. If he goes out and he's just a worker and he's vying to be a starting front rower,
I think he's going to be like a Spencer Linu from last year.
He's trying to... What?
I think he's going to be like a Spencer Linu from last year. That kind of model of slow burn cheapy forward.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that's it. Look, Spencer Linu didn't actually put on that much. He ended up being priced at $250 for the start this year. I'm looking at him again. Because I didn't learn my lessons. But I mean, I did say to him, if he can jag a starting spot and he's not playing off the bench, when he makes that transition, I'm jumping straight on. Because the dude gets out there and he works, but yeah. I mean,
it'll be his year, bro.
I'm open. At 250k, I mean, I'm looking for front row options around that price point, and they're hard to find. Anyway, this is based off what the people on Facebook have seen through the trials. Benny Hunt.
I like Benny.
He did look good against South. I mean, I know it's Charity Shield and it's not an NRL game, but it's pretty bloody close.
Fucking pre-broken leg, he was on fire.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer him over Moses.
That's it. I mean, he's proven he gets out there and he does the work and he knows how to be a leader and lead a team.
Is he still dual?
I'm not entirely sure.
I think that's what made him most handy with the hooker half dual.
Difference between him and Moses.
Moses goal kicks.
We've already talked about is the packs. The different packs. Like Parramatta's pack, they'll go off for the first 10, 12 rounds before they start getting tired. Whereas your pack's still not solidified, if you know what I mean. You've got Jack Bird plugging a hole. We talked about who your front rowers were going to be. Like, it's not...
Well, I actually think our depth in our forwards, our strength this year.
It's not bad depth, but you don't know who's playing where yet. Whereas Parramatta, they've had the same team sitting there for the last 2-3 years. Like, we know
but they've
who's
still
playing
got,
there.
They've still got, you don't know if Maddo's going to be middle or edge. Same with IPAP, you don't know if he's going to be middle or edge. They've still got a few questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're better quality, younger players. Like a lot of your forwards, your Maguires, your DeBellins, and those sorts. Tariq even, they're all 30 plus.
Oh, well, you got Sua, who's not too old, coming through.
Well, he's 590k straight halfback, and for that price, or around that price, you can get Hughes for 640. You can get Hines if you want to play 685, and he's dual position with that fullback. Otherwise, you go a little bit cheaper. Sam Walker, Luke Keary, Jamal Fogarty, Mitch Moses, A-Ray, all still around that price point. Down to 500k. So,
what's your draw like, early guy?
Dragons are pretty tough. I mean, everyone's expecting us to go really bad, so we're normally an easy team to verse. So I think the draw's a bit unpredictable.
I don't think you're going to be an easy team to verse though this year. I don't think. I think Hook's come through, fired up the place. I think they've cleaned out a little bit, and look, they're looking ship shape for me.
Look, we got Warriors in round 1, who I think we should beat, but then we go up to Penrith versus Panthers, and then from there it's Sharks, Eels, Rabbits. Knights, Roosters, Tigers, Storm. So a few easy, few tough.
Yeah, that's it. But it's not that bad. Because even if you're not necessarily going to win the games, as long as the half can set up a couple of attacking opportunities, which I know is going to be hard against some of those really strong defensive teams. But look, the Bunnies leak points. Penrith not as much. But a few of those other teams, and they definitely leak points. As long as they leak points, the Supercoach points come.
Yeah, out of that list that you read, though, in the halves, the one that I'm most keen on if I don't go clear is Sam Walker, just because of that attack. I think they're going to score a lot more points, the Roosters and the Dragons.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my thinking. I'm with you on that. And, that's my thoughts. Okay, Tarpanay.
Yep, I like what I see now of Tarpanay.
You do? You like what you see?
Yeah.
His missus gone down, had a word with Ricky.
Again.
Yeah? Well, I mean, last time she didn't. Last time she did on the internet. That's worse.
Well, maybe he's just put his big boy pants on and said, look, miss, I'll make the team myself. Thank you.
When your missus gets on Instagram to make the coach listen, you'd hope that at one point he does put on his big boy pants because he has to go talk to the coach every day. So, here's hoping. Moving on, Cody Ramsey.
No,
that's it. I'm not hot either.
No, you're better off going Sloan.
All right, Kurt Mann. You were having a bit of a chat about Mann earlier.
Yeah, he's burnt me too many times for me to look at. Look, he went on a run last year at a couple of points, but not for me.
No? And Con, being a Knights man?
65 plus at start and lock, and I'll definitely strongly consider him.
Definitely strongly consider him. So that's a no, everybody. Luchi Le Lua. I've heard a few people talk about Big Luch, putting some output out for the Tigers. Yeah.
Look good.
Looking fit, looking trim.
He scored 90 points in 40 minutes. So he did look good, scored try as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to Luch if you wanted a pod.
I mean, if he's got those attacking stats in him as the edge player.
Well, he'd create him on his own. He's pretty good.
Each team needs one. They need an edge that's, where the edge back row is going to be able to make some points and produce some attacking stats. So, Luch has proven it in the past. I mean, he wasn't super reliable last year.
I brought him in to finish the year as a pod. Waste of fucking trade. But.
Why bring it up?
The thing at second row that I'm curious is who's everyone's third second rower? Because everyone's got Deefy and Angus up there as their guns to keep. But who's your next best second rower?
Oh, I think that's maybe a topic for the group chat, so we could bring that to the next week. We'll work that out. Zach Lomax. Man, so many Dragons. Everyone loved the Charity Shield, obviously. Dragons look promising. Buy grand final tickets now. www.nrl.com.
He did look good. He'll kick goals, but how many? His question.
I think he was none from 3 on the weekend.
Yeah, I know he's not the best goal kicker, but he can set up a good try, and everyone loves him for his flair in how he scores them or sets them up.
But he's not cheap, is he?
No.
Oh, he's better option than Ramsey.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
I think he's 480 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think Berg's had the Dragons before that he mentioned, who was a bit cheaper.
Cody Walker. while we're on the topic of the Charity Shield.
Too much money for an unknown for me.
Yeah, that's it. Look, all the hesitation took you guys a good clean second there.
Munster for me if I'm going to spend the money there.
Yeah, for me too. That's my plan. Munster looks good.
People come back from rehab different, you know.
Wait, Munster didn't even make this list, but for me, didn't he look good throughout the trials?
Played fullback.
Yeah, but he's playing well. Whatever he's doing, he's out there doing what the Storm do best. Right, which is he's out there barking orders around, telling people where to get to, and he's getting in, and he's niggling, and he is effort playing, and he was just there on everything, man. He looks real good. Like, you're right. I think he's probably the must-have 5'8". But you know what my concern is, straight up? You know what my problem is? I'm going Jerome Hughes, who also looked really juicy in the trials. Like, did you see that try that he ended up setting up? Did he set up or did he get it himself? Where they've sent it out to the right edge, they fumbled it around a bit, and then he ended up doubling back behind the play after it already handled it once in the play. Double back behind, got it, and then set up a try. I think he ended up doing a double kick on the play. Like, it was, insane. But just their ability to keep competing at that play, like that play broke down and it should have been over, but they kept it alive and kept it going, and it ended up being points. And it's like, so do I go both Storm halves? I mean, I had no issue doing it last year with Panthers halves.
You know, whereby.
But, well, yeah, but I mean, that's it. Like, are they all going to flow through one person? I don't know, man.
No, they do their own things.
Yeah, well, that's it. In which case, Munster, as we know, Mad Dog, absolute weapon. And you're right, I think he could be an essential. But, I mean, Jerome Hughes is my halfback, so it looks like I'm starting both Melbourne halves. If I can afford it, if I can find the way to squeeze it in my team. But I think I'm probably pretty close to being able to do it already.
Who's the next? You got another? Or?
Yeah, I do. Oh. Yeah, no, it's all good. I found him. Your boy, the Hammer.
Oh, I like what I was saying from the Fids.
Yeah?
I do.
I watched the Cowboys game. I see what you're looking at.
He's looking bigger. He's looking a lot more confident.
A lot stronger.
That was the key thing for me. Last year, he didn't look that confident out there. This year, don't get me wrong, he's only 2 trial games, but looked very, very confident out there. Kick for himself and everything. Knows he's got the speed to burn.
Same thing, though. I don't know how many points they're going to score week to week.
Oh, if he can do that once every fucking 2-3 games, I'm happy.
Yeah, not for me. Just Cowboys are the issue.
Yeah, the Cowboys attack I'm probably going to steer well clear of. But, I mean, I do see what you're looking at, but I just don't know if I believe.
Turns, he's got kick. You got to think. Got a bit of running to do.
Berg's got the Rona. It's not. We've checked.
Got a bit of running to do.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, look, I'm with Con. I'm not sure about the attack coming out of the Cowboys. I just don't know if I can trust it.
Look good though.
It looked all right. I'll give you that. It looked all right. While we're on the Cowboys, Jermaine Tanua-Brown has made the move up to the north.
I like young Maney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him Supercoach wise.
If he can start,
just a minute.
Well, he can't start, can he? You'll be McLean and.
He could start.
You reckon? If he starts, would you look at young Maney?
No.
Nah?
No.
Oh.
All right, back to the Dragons again. Tyrell Sloan. No,
He's
not for me.
expensive,
Yeah, it's it, 450 or
if
whatever.
I'm going to gamble that high, I'm going to find someone probably a bit more recognised.
Well, you're going to go Sully, won't you? If you're going to go
if I'm
Dragon.
going to go up that way. Even still, I probably won't go Sully. I don't know.
Any word about Bullimore from Manly?
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, you feel like a trap or?
Why?
I don't know.
Isn't he getting Schuster starting spot on the edge?
But
A couple of rounds.
Is he?
Yeah, for at least 6 weeks, I think.
That's what. Well, I mean, for me, it was the if that's the case on TLT, whoever locks down that cover spot for Schuster, yeah, it's definitely worth looking at, especially
And now,
if it's
if
fresh blood.
Olakawatu has fractured his forearm, I think it is. Both spots are up for grabs, so
Yeah, so that's it. Hey.
he's a walk-up, I think.
Him and Lawton.
Maybe.
All right, you guys still on Hastings after the weekend?
Yeah,
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 buying grand final tickets to the Tigers Eels grand final.
yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean Dragons will give them a run for their money, but
I'd go to that.
yeah.
No.
Tuolangi from the Tigers.
The second rower.
Yeah,
If he can snag that spot, I'll have him.
Yeah, absolutely.
bench spot, starting spot, only a starting spot.
Preferably starting spot.
Luchi the other second row that he's fighting with?
Heelam Lukey's up at the Cowboys. But he's definitely, he was on the good mids list last week, and I watched him over the weekend. It's actually why I watched the Cowboys game. I see what you're seeing there too. He's definitely making it into my revised draft.
He wasn't that great last year, but he looks a lot fitter this year.
Oh yeah. He looks like he wants to get involved to play the game for sure. Maddo.
No, not for me. It's contract year, but for Maddo. Everyone, that should be a thing in Supercoach. If anyone actually like Sanks or anyone listens, can you put a contract year icon next to him? That'd be fucking great. Like I'd buy gold then. If
all right.
Contract year icon came along.
Dylan Brown.
I like Bags.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys were having a bit of a chat about him earlier at the start of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at him on the weekend too, and but like that's it. Do you go? What's the price difference between him and Money?
Money's.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, exactly. Money's money.
Oh.
So do you?
Are you talking about Munster? I think you're doing cash.
No, it lost me too.
All right, so yeah, Mad Munster, right? How much is what's the price difference between Dylan Brown and then Munster?
A fair bit.
100 and something.
Is it? Okay, so do you take that risk? Do you not run Munster? Or is he... Like, I'm seriously considering running Hughes and Dylan Brown at this point.
I'm running a Monet and Ilias, so don't even talk to me. I've got a lot of work to do.
So yeah, I just sacrificed Turbo and Cleary and DeFi a while ago. I can't afford to start with them.
Dylan Brown's 466.
Munster's what, 680, 660?
649.
640.
200k almost.
Yeah. Okay. Marcelo Montoya for the Warriors.
Nope.
Couple of Warriors here. No, Rocco Berry.
Nope.
Oh, he's awkwardly priced, Rocco.
Yeah, no, it's it. Jimmy the Jet.
No.
Paper plane. Yeah, it's here. I think it was you in there replying to comments. I saw you have fun with that one. A few people did actually. Bo Firma, he's popped up in a few lists.
All right, Bo.
Yeah, Isaac Targo as well.
Yeah.
Must have.
Yeah, I think, must have. I'm agreeing with you there for sure. Yeah, Isaac Targo is just firming at this point as a must have. Jai Arrow. Played a fair few minutes, didn't he?
Well, with Pangai getting suspended, could easily save you some money and plug the hole that you had Pangai penned in there for.
Right, well, yeah, if he's
running Pangai.
He's going to keep up those minutes. Like, if we can see some high minutes out of him, I'm not sure what he actually scored Supercoach points wise in the game. But
Mitch Nichols didn't play. They had a couple that didn't play, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
And then finally, Corey Pakes.
Liked what I've seen from young Corey. Actually. He gives don't get me wrong, I don't know how it translated Supercoach wise, but he give the ball out in front of the halves. It was good ball from a hooker, you know. They sort of have stumbled there for a couple of years.
He's meant to be really quick too.
Yeah.
Out of dummy half shit. And one more I want to mention is your half, or whatever he was for you, Lachlan Ilias. I thought he was good in the trial. I think he did his job well and showed some toe when he was chasing down Tyrell Slow when he made the break. So I think there's good signs there.
Yeah, I liked what I've seen from him too.
Kicked the 20-40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, hey.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with him.
Shouldn't have had that set, but anyway.
Demetrio says the spot's his to lose pretty much, so yeah, I'm confidently starting with him.
Well, there you go. Look, that was from the fans. What about from you guys? That's it. Give us your top few formers from the trials based on the footy that you guys have had the chance to watch so far.
You go, bud.
I mean, he already started Ilias.
Yeah, well, Ilias. Sean Lane, Dylan Brown and Moses, they all impressed me on the weekend just gone.
Yeah, agreed.
Nico Hines looked really good for the Sharks yesterday against what was a pretty average.
Would you
Bulldogs
seriously
team.
look at paying $630 or $680, whatever he is?
Possibly.
With the duel now and with all these fullbacks out, yes. Because especially if a couple of them, like if Paps ends up being a 2-week or a 3-week thing,
Yeah.
then when he comes back, you can have the looks.
Well,
if he's good. You upgrade your half that you've got there, or like the Iliases or whatever. Move him up there. You've got yourself a premium if he's going.
I think before the season starts, he'll be available half or 5 anyway.
Who?
Hines.
No, he's already dual.
He's already dual, that's what I'm saying.
Fullback,
But he's pretty expensive.
Fullback half.
Yeah, but if he's going to run the show and create points like he did at Storm, he's expensive for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like if you compare him in the halves, like to a Sam Walker or a Jerome Hughes, I'd rather take someone in the higher point scoring team.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm with Guy on this one. Like, I personally am not looking at him there at all.
I think Shark's going to have a good year.
It's his duel that makes him so juicy, especially with only Turbo. Teddy's under injury cloud after coming back from stem cells. Trell's suspended. Reece Walsh ain't back till round 3 anyway.
There's no way I'd have Hines at
There's a bit of a
fullback.
hole there if you...
Round 2 now.
Oh, is it? Yeah, well, still, like, there's a little bit of a hole at fullback.
They're kind of trying to make you go Turbo, aren't
Yeah,
they?
so hold on, what, you would put Hines at fullback? Nah, see, I wouldn't do that.
Only because in a couple of weeks' time, if Hines is going well and he ends up being one of the better 7s, I upgrade one of my 7s.
Yeah.
I move Hines straight up there. Hopefully I've done well elsewhere and I've got some cash and I can bring in a premium fullback.
Yeah, someone as they're coming in. Yeah, look, fair call. All right, I mean, look, I don't think I'd be trying to bank on a spine trade that early on, but you do you, bro.
Luke Thompson also looked good, I think.
Yeah.
In the Bulldogs game, he was very busy early. Offloading, which was a good sign. And I think he'll be my Pengai replacement.
Did you like the look of Birdo?
He did okay, Birdo. He didn't set the world on fire. They got a lot of work to do still, man. So much work to do.
They still need a true number 7.
We got a lot of work to do.
And a directional number 9 would help too.
All right, Bergs, what about you? You got a few players form-wise that you've been keeping an eye on now?
Yeah, no.
I mean, look, I only got 10 minutes out of Harry Grant, but for me, he was on fire. I get it. It's a back end of a game, and he's coming on fresh, but... Mate, he was just lethal on the kick returns and
I like Elise Katoa.
Yeah.
That's one I'm really looking at hard, is Elise Katoa over at the Warriors.
Warriors. He looked good in the first
Will
trial.
he get the spot over Aiken, though?
I think he'll have the other spot. Aiken will
Curran.
get one. Curran will play lock.
Yeah, until Tohu's back.
So that's at least 10 rounds. It's his spot to cement or not, you know?
Yeah.
I can always see Aiken getting pushed to centre.
Yeah, but then you could also say Jazz might come on at 13, or you've also got Ben Murdoch, Masilla, who can sometimes play on an edge.
Jazz's utility value gives him...
Yeah, it's
more
it. I
bench
reckon
time
Jazz is a
reserves.
bench forward, and then if they got an issue with the hooker or something, they need to change it up. They can always send him on as a hooker if they haven't maxed out his minutes already.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty much our trials list from the people.
Supercoach 360 podcast.